Hi guys, welcome back to TracksideTalks with Anupama and Mugdha, your homegrown F1 podcast. So this time we will be talking about the Barcelona Grand Prix that happened this weekend. So how are you guys coping up with the Ferrari's first win with Lewis Hamilton in Barcelona? Any thoughts,
I
Anupama?
mean, honestly, I couldn't be more happier about it because his last win was almost 2 years back in 2024, and now he is the latest race winner with Ferrari. Sorry, Carlos, but Lewis has dethroned you. But yeah, that was honestly like a chill and kind of like adrenaline mix kind of a race, I would say. But yeah, that was a good race.
Yeah, it was 66 laps, and probably the first 30 laps were not so interesting, apart from the fact that probably we can say because in Monaco, we were not expecting a lot of overtakes, but that happened. And in Barcelona, it was a kind of a race that you only watch to see how teams are strategizing there, specifically with respect to tire usage. So that was really interesting to watch. And we saw a lot of silver war drama as well in the race. We cannot miss that. Then a lot of midfield pack were doing really great. Hulkenberg, Behrman, then Gasly also scored points, right? So quickly we will discuss all of this in detail, starting up from the qualifying. I mean, the temperatures were hot, and so the tire gradation
Yeah.
and dragging. McLarens were experiencing a lot of dragging in Barcelona.
I think the major issue of this weekend in Spain, Barcelona track, I think was the temperature, and in direct contrast, if it was the tire degradation that every team was facing and was supposed to face on the track in that kind of heat, because the on-track temperatures were around 50 degrees Celsius.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah. In India, that's not a lot because people are kind of, you know,
Yeah.
आदत हो गई है. They can cope up with these temperatures, but yeah, in F1 we can't. Yeah, so qualifying was definitely interesting, but Red Bull was facing a lot of trouble. Like
Yeah.
Max was suffering on straights, and I don't know they have built a car for world champion or not. The Ford power unit is not doing the things that
It
it
is
was
not
supposed
doing
to
good.
do.
Yeah, for sure. And then we also saw the Charles Leclerc crash in Q3, which was greater than 25 Gs. He was summoned to the medical facility, and thankfully he was okay and fine. He did walk out of his car after the crash, but yeah, he had to go to the medical facility for that. But I think, yeah.
I don't know. The bad luck doesn't seem ending soon for Charles Leclerc unless they work together on the car. I mean, yeah. Also in qualifying, we saw Lance Stroll out qualified Alonso. I mean, Alonso in his home ground ended up being beaten by Lance Stroll in qualifying, and
Yeah.
that happened after like around 42 races or something. But nevertheless, the race wasn't supposed to be ending up well for both of them. So they both didn't end up finishing the race. Also, there is kind of a speculation, but it cannot be speculation when Alonso told himself that he won't be racing next year at this track.
Yeah, he did. He did mention that. I mean, that was quite a news. I mean, it kind of went under the radar. I mean, we've been expecting that for quite some time, but like he mentioned it, so I'm
Yeah, and the talk of the town was George Russell taking a pole position in qualifying. I mean, I didn't wanted to jinx about the fact that he ended up scoring a pole at qualifying. What I was thinking, okay,
yeah.
let me just put it out there. I was thinking that maybe they will give him a good car for practice sessions and for qualifying, but eventually they will end up ruining his race and probably just supporting Kimi as they have done
Yeah.
throughout this season from the start. And it was a lot to be liking.
Controversial take, but yeah, it is true. It is true.
I don't know why Toto treats George as a middle child. It's all over the meme pages and news channels that why this is
Was
happening.
so true because first of all, it was George's 1000 GP start.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ki just let this man have a good race and not let him have like a traumatic race, at least. And it was Mercedes's 150th pole position. That is obviously George got, and George's, I think, yeah. And then after that we saw like Lewis Hamilton did split the Mercedes, like he got the P2 in qualifying, and then Antonelli was third. But yeah.
At turn one, Bortoleto touches gravel, and that ended, kind of in a situation where FI was trying to hand out penalties to everyone, be it Hulkenberg, be it, and then there was.
Also, Hulkenberg had to DNF because the gravel actually went up to his emergency brake, and then it got broken or it got stuck in some kind of a situation, and then he had to return to hit his pit. So that is the reason Hulkenberg had to retire. I mean, can you imagine like a gravel, like
This tiny.
just because of a gravel? Yeah, like that man can't catch a break. I mean, seriously.
And the major twist and turn happened at lap 41, where Alonso kind of ended up being in an incident and he had caused a virtual safety car, which ended up giving a full yellow flag, and that invited a pit window for Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
And that's the time that Ferrari strategists kind of nailed the job that they were supposed to do in all these years, and finally Lewis Hamilton scored a victory for Ferrari.
Also, that pit stop was extremely crucial because of the fact that the VSC window was short, and they had already asked Lewis to come into the pits for a tire change, and then he came into the pits, got a tire change. The moment he got out of the pit lane, the VSC was ending, and you could actually hear the screams of the audience in the race, and they were like cheering for him. And then eventually he went on to have the P1, and he did held onto it till the end. So yeah, I think it worked great for them.
And the moment that he had his tires changed and he sort of walked out, within 2 laps, there was also this news that he might have ended up causing an infringement of yellow flag. So, I mean, he was kind of in under pressure that because if I noted as a penalty, then a 10-second penalty would have been given to Hamilton anyway. So
Exactly.
that's why he was trying really hard and he was just getting fastest lap on and on and on, so that at one point it was like 20-second gap between him and the position 2.
Yeah.
And
Quite a long interval, I would say, in terms of gap from P1 to P2 at that
that.
point of time.
And when he got relieved of that, there will be no further discussion on it. I mean, as a Lewis fan, I was quite relieved. Ki chalo, okay, no 10-second penalty would be handed over to him, and now he can just
Yeah.
surely relax. Another twist and
I
turn
mean, relax
was,
until you win the
yeah,
race, but yeah, I mean, I think we all were praying. Like the VSC ended, he got pitted, and then I think everybody watching, be it on track or watching on their screens and whatnot. I mean, everybody was holding their breaths. Like we just wanted him to finish the race as it was.
what do you say? We wanted him to take victory home. It was a
Yeah.
home run of sort. Like finally the wait is over.
Also, yeah. Also talking about home run, Nico was on the track on the 10th anniversary of Spanish GP.
I don't know whose idea it was to like do a post-race show with Nico
Yeah,
Rosberg, and he was asking some really odd questions. Okay,
that man's shameless, man. Like
and not
you
not even
cannot
to
shame,
Lewis.
like put certain amount of shame onto him. He does not care.
He asked like Norris, like, what do you think you as a team lacking? And Norris is saying this and that, and then he questions again, like, what do you think you are missing out? And Norris just says, uh, everything that these guys have. There was this 1 minute of silence post that, like,
Yeah,
what questions is he asking now? Okay.
man. Every time Nico is on the track, I mean, on the track is fine. But if he's like, he's going to get onto the commentary section and like on track, he's on the track with the mic, there's going to be gold media.
Bro, I
And
mean,
on 10th anniversary of their Spanish GP crash, man, that was amazing.
bro, just I think so. The only thing that missed out was him taking a selfie before any kind of team's garage. Thank God he did not. Otherwise, a DNF would be happening to that team. That car is
DNF
still not
DNF
working.
almost happened with Mercedes though in lap 60 or 61. Like Antonelli and
62.
Russell were
Yeah.
fighting, yeah, for P2. And at some point of time, I genuinely thought they will crash into each other in a turn because they were battling it out like anything.
A few laps ago, Kimi did kind of mention ki, I have more pace than him, kind of, those
Yeah.
terms, ki he has more pace, so probably just let him pass. But they eventually just battled it out. And at lap 62, he suffered a DNF anyway. His front wing was a bit
And
damaged.
yeah. And then we got a Leclerc DNF, and then we got a Behrman DNF. Like all three of them, like one by one, they DNF'd. Like you, in a split second, you see like Antonelli's on the gravel of the track, then there is Leclerc,
Yeah,
and
he
then
did.
there is Behrman.
And that happened like in the last few laps, because in the
Yeah,
last few laps, the the, what you say, the race director was more focused on Lewis winning that he eventually did not focus on anybody else. I don't think on a live telecast anybody saw Leclerc crashing or having a DNF, and so did the.
yeah, exactly.
It was again
We saw on
the
the
replay.
yeah, exactly. We saw on the replay because I don't know, the race, whosoever is directing for the screening, I think they were focused on Antonelli, and nobody even noticed like Leclerc also went out of the gravel, and then we realized that why is Leclerc going down the
I mean,
leaderboard, and then
Ferrari
then we
was,
realized he's.
for one driver it was like this, and for Leclerc it was like deep
I'm telling
into the
you,
ground
I'm
grave.
telling you, the curse has been directed to somewhere else from somebody else, and someone is doing something.
uh, what do you say? The one who shall not be named. In
Yeah.
those terms, yeah, there has been doing a lot of magic being happening off track. Things were being collected on Monaco GP, and now they were now they are being
Then
used.
then 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 things got gifted to something got gifted to someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something is happening off the track, and probably that's
We
what
are
only.
grateful.
Yeah,
We are grateful. Please, whatever you are doing, keep doing it.
yeah.
We do not have any problem.
Yeah, if something is getting better, then why shouldn't we just agree upon it?
Exactly. Who are we? Who are we to tell?
I mean, I don't know why Leclerc signed a 2-year contract with Ferrari again. Please, he should have at max gone with 1 year only.
I
To see,
mean, I don't know. He thought things would get better. I mean, everybody hopes it would be like as we are all aware about Stockholm syndrome. I mean, it's a very it's dichotomy of the situation is where would you go from Ferrari? Where can you get a better team? Not in terms of performance. I'm not talking about performance because Ferrari is Ferrari. Okay, like you have to consider the legacy of it, and you cannot go from Ferrari to. I mean, he is a prince. He is the prince of Ferrari. Where would he go?
what I saw at Barcelona after Lewis winning was that Ferrari team is now in a position that they can trust Hamilton with their championship, winning possibilities. I don't think they will now, bet all their money on Charles anymore, because Fred kind of agreed to Lewis about
Yeah,
what he wanted the changes to be with the car, and they are working. I mean, The major change being the brake discs that Hamilton uses, they are different from what Charles uses.
Definitely.
Yeah, so as long as, I mean, yeah, Charles may not be the
Also,
prince.
I mean, you've got a seven-time world champion in your team, and what I like about Lewis more as compared to Charles is he makes the team listen to him.
Hmm.
He's way more
Authoritative in
I
a
mean
sense.
yeah, in terms of his own strategy in the race.
But I would say that he's not someone who just keeps on winding up more and not working with the team.
Yeah.
We can see it might not be the case for Charles. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, also, like Lewis is currently P2 in the championship leaderboard, so
yeah, I mean,
that is a major factor.
and we never know what can happen after, summer break or
Yeah,
something. I mean, we saw Max striking back after summer break last season, and I'm hoping this year also ends up looking the same for
I
him.
hope so. I hope so. I hope we do get a
Good fight at
like
the end.
good fight for the championship because the current championship gap from Antonelli to Hamilton is only 41 points. I mean, Max did close a lot of gap last year towards the end of the season and only lost the championship by 2 points. I mean, what a championship battle that was. But I hope we can see. I mean, it would be very what do you call
Gut
it?
wrenching.
Cinematic in terms of like there is Lewis Hamilton and then there's Antonelli whose idol has been Hamilton among a lot of them.
Surreal in one word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this race we saw Kimi DNFing, and he is no longer like the streak has been broken of him winning 5 Grand Prix in a row. So that's that. And possibly this sums up the entire race review. Kind of, we don't want it to keep it a bit longer this time. So that's us signing out from this week's Barcelona GP review. And comment down below what were your favorite moments and what are you expecting out of Austrian GP, and let us know what should we talk about in our next video. And till then, like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and follow us on Instagram and Spotify to never miss an update on F1 and other track gossips. Thank you. Bye bye.